Christmas season is officially here. We are in December and there's no better time to start decorating and crafting. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with y'all 4 Dollar Tree Christmas DIYs perfect for the holiday season. I'm excited to share them with you. I'm Garrett from @Go with Garrett. Let's get started. For our first project, we're keeping it super simple and just grabbing some of these metal reindeer candle holders, which I actually thought these were really stylish and almost kind of high-end looking to be a Dollar Tree product. So I thought that was great, and you could totally use them as they are with the silver kind of metallic finish. But I was inspired by Jamie from the Crafty DIY Guy, and I wanted to give them a quick makeover. So I gave them a coat of black spray paint by Rust-Oleum in a flat finish, and then I popped them onto this little shelf in my living room, added some tea light candles, which I also got from Dollar Tree. I believe it was a pack of 8 for $1.25. Lit the candles and the vibes were just perfect. I really love how these turned out. They have a sophisticated, kind of elevated vibe to them, and I love the understated touch of Christmas they add to the space. For our second DIY, we are going to be using 2 of the candy cane wreath forms from Dollar Tree. I took them outside, and if you've seen them in person, then you know they have this kind of rounded front to them, but I don't want them to be rounded for this particular project, and you'll see why. So I literally just took them outside and stepped on them, and they very easily flattened out. As you can see, once I was done, I brought them back inside, and there you go again. Definitely much flatter now. From there, I grabbed some of this Yarn Bee Eternal Bliss chunky knit yarn from Hobby Lobby in the colors cranberry and ivory. It was on sale 30% off, and you get a huge skein of yarn. So I'm going to be wrapping these wreath forms in the yarn, and as you can see, I just tied it onto the corner there, and then I started to wrap it around that first section of the candy cane. Super easy and self-explanatory, I'm sure, but I just wanted to show y'all how I did it. It helped to pick up the candy cane and just twist it in my hand like this. Once I was done with a section, I would clip the yarn on the back side and then join the red yarn with the white yarn to kind of have this seamless look. And if you do it right, the intersections where the 2 colors of yarn meet and form a knot will always end up on the back side, so you won't end up seeing it in the end. You just have to make sure you maneuver everything right so that it does end up on the back. Here I am again, just securing the 2 pieces together and just continuing to wrap it around the candy cane all the way to the top. You can wrap it as many times as you want, but just make sure you are covering up the metal as much as possible so you don't see it in the end. Once I reached the end and I was done wrapping the wreath, I just cut off the yarn and tucked it into itself on the end of the wreath. You could tie a knot if you want. I followed the same process for the other wreath, and as you can see, I'm going to stack them going opposite ways on top of each other, and in order to secure them, I'm going to use some zip ties, just poking it through the front and then zipping it together on the back, clipping off the excess, and that completes this project. A super easy little DIY. I love the cozy handmade look that this has, and you could prop it up somewhere in your home or hang it on your door. For our third DIY, we're going to be using one of these Woodbead wreaths, and to give you an idea of what we're trying to make here, I saw these Woodbead spiral Christmas trees in Hobby Lobby a few months ago now, and I knew I wanted to try recreating it with the Woodbead wreath from Dollar Tree. So I started by disconnecting the wreath and then unfurling it, creating kind of a longer strand, and then I realized I had this smaller styrofoam cone in one of my craft drawers, so I used that as a base to basically wrap the strand of wood beads around so that it would kind of take the shape of the cone and get narrower as it got to the top. And although it wasn't perfect, it definitely helped to start the overall shape, but it definitely will take a little manipulating and maneuvering to get it how you want. I popped the styrofoam cone out. You could totally leave it as it is with the natural wood bead color, but I wanted to give it a coat of this matte Spanish moss spray paint by Krylon. And just to give it a little more Christmas flair, I'm adding a burlap star to the top, just using some hot glue to secure it to the very top bead. And I really love how this turned out. I think it looks just as good, if not better, than the Hobby Lobby ones, and for much cheaper. And for our fourth DIY, no season is complete without its very own garland. So when I saw these wood Christmas tree shapes at Dollar Tree, I knew I wanted to create a cute little garland for the Christmas season. These come in a pack of 8, and the first thing I did was take a really small drill bit and drill a hole right through the middle of each tree, just so we had a way of stringing them onto our garland. Now to build out our garland, I'm also going to be using this strand of wooden beads that I got from Dollar Tree a few months back now. To get all of the beads ready to be strung, I wanted to give them a nice coat of this hunter green acrylic paint that I got from Michael's, and in order to do so, I'm using this technique that I saw here on YouTube, where you squirt some paint into a container, add just a splash of water, mix it up a little, throw in all your beads, and then give it a good shake. Somehow I forgot to film the first shake, but I did go back through a few different times to make sure every piece got a nice good coating, and although it wasn't all perfect in the end, I think that lends itself to the character of the garland. Next, I grabbed some hemp cording that I have, and I'm going to unroll a pretty long piece of that, just so that I'm sure to have enough for all of the beads that I'm applying. Tied a little knot on the end so that the beads wouldn't fall off as we put them on, of course. And then before I started threading the beads on, I taped a sewing needle to the end of the cording, just so that it would be easier to get through every bead without fraying. And then I started to add on all of my beads. I started by adding 11 of the round beads, and then added one tree, and then separated each tree after that with, again, 11 beads, and did that until I ran out of all of them except for 3 beads. I just wanted to make sure everything was even. Once I had all of my beads strung, I tied another knot on the other end to secure everything in place, and that completed this project. It was super easy, and it has this really minimal look to it. I love the trees, they're so adorable. I could hang this up anywhere, but I decided to set it up on my coffee table like this. Alright y'all, that completes this Dollar Tree DIY video. It's been a minute since I've done some Dollar Tree DIYs, so I was excited to do these and share them with y'all. Let me know which one was your favorite in the comments. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment, and share this video with someone who you think might also enjoy it. And before you head out, please make sure you are subscribed to my channel. I share affordable DIYs, home decor, and other home-related content right here on my channel, and I would love to have you join me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in the next one.